Today I'm going to show you how to make what I call awesome guacamole. It's all vegetables, it's so delicious, and it's really easy to do. You can use it or make it in your manual food processor, or I'm using the Flex Plus multi-prep today. The most important thing is to just get ready for a great guacamole, the kind that your friends are going to ask for over and over. So we need some fresh cilantro and some red onion. I'm making a double batch today, and I'm actually going to show you how you should be able to freeze this if you find, like I did, avocados were on sale, so I'm making an extra batch so I can stick it in the freezer. Go ahead and press 2 cloves of fresh garlic right into your processor, and it squeezes all of the garlic right through the skin. You don't even need to peel it. And now let's go ahead and add a fresh jalapeno. I'm gonna show you, I'm using half the amount. So you need a whole jalapeno per batch if you like it spicy. We like it a little bit more mild, or if you wanna skip the jalapeno altogether, you can. The heat in your jalapeno is in the seeds. So if you want it extra spicy, leave them in there. But if you don't, you can take them out using a vegetable peeler. Just stick your vegetable peeler in there and just kind of twist, and it will clean out your pepper. So all of those seeds will come out. If you want to, you can give it a quick rinse to wash out any extra seeds that are in there, but that's pretty good. So we'll get that all ready. And we're gonna whirl this first, and then we're gonna add some more ingredients. So go ahead and just attach. I've got some garlic up here. I want every bit of it in the recipe. And we're just gonna mince so that it's gonna be super fine. So my safety switch is here. I'm actually going to turn this way so I can see it. And I'll hit it on the full speed. You want everything nice and fine. There we go. I think that's good. Yeah. Looking great. Okay. And now we're going to go ahead and add the tomato. So you can add 2 good-sized Roma tomatoes or some smaller ones. Now, one thing you're gonna do is take the seeds out of them. So the seeds have a lot of the juice. It's not about spiciness in this case. We just wanna take those out so that we're not going to make a super soggy guacamole. So I'm just pulling those out, and by cutting it in half, you really can just sometimes you can just squeeze your tomato and the seeds will come right out, just like that. So you don't add your tomatoes when you're doing your onions because it will just pulverize everything. So that's why you want to do it in stages. Extra juice. Now, when I'm in a pinch, I'll use a guacamole mix. But when I want amazing guacamole, this is what I make. Okay. Let's give this one more whirl. Now we'll take a look. Maybe we need to scrape it down, but you know what? It looks perfect. So there's our mixture. Now let's get the avocados ready. So because I'm making a double batch, I've got 4 in here. I'll show you one final one. Use your scoop and spread, just poke it, run it all the way around. You don't need a sharp tool to work with avocados. When you twist, you'll see the pit is on one side. So I'm gonna go ahead and just scoop this out right into the bowl. I like my guacamole to be a little on the chunky side. If you like it smooth, you could probably just put it in the manual food processor. Squeeze your avocado and check that out. The pit rises right up, so you do not need to whack it with a knife and risk hurting yourself. I see there's a little bit of avocado in that pit, so I'll get it all so we don't have any waste. And here we go. We'll just get that off. Okay. Just mash it to whatever texture you like. I'm gonna go on a little bit of a chunky side. And of course, it'll break down a little bit more when you add the rest of the ingredients. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Now we'll go ahead and add some juice. So we're gonna do juice of lime and orange, which is different than what most people think about when they think about guacamole. So this is a recipe from a restaurant in San Antonio, and they actually published this on their site. I can't remember what it's called. So you'll love that they make this table side, so it's seriously good. Okay, so let's go ahead and add a little more lime. This is a juicy lime, so I'm probably not going to use all of it. There's a little bit left here. I'll save it for something else. And then I'm going to add some juice from an orange. So just you need 2 tablespoons of the lemon or lime and 1 tablespoon of orange per batch. The orange gives it just a touch of sweetness, and since I'm freezing the extra guacamole, it will help prevent it from browning. Okay, so that citrus is important for freezing your guac. Okay, let's go ahead and add some salt. It's just to your taste. Remember, most of the time people are serving this with tortilla chips that are salty too, so that all comes into play. All right, that looks great. Now let's add the vegetables. And when you make this, you will see why I call it awesome guacamole. It's the best recipe ever. Super fresh, healthy ingredients. It's delicious served not just with chips, but with veggies. So if you make a veggie tray, I love it with wedges of sweet peppers. Look at that. Okay, now, if you want to freeze it, here's your tip. Go ahead and take a sandwich Ziploc bag, turn the cuff over, and then freeze it in batches that you think you would need for a meal. Okay, so if you think you might need this much, that's what you're gonna drop in there. Because I folded the cuff, it should stay clean for me to zip. This part is super important. When you're freezing guacamole, you need to make sure you push all of the air out. So kind of smack it on the table so that it goes along the bottom, and you're gonna flatten it out and push all of the air out. If you can, fill the whole bag with the guacamole, and you'll want to do that for 2 reasons. First, it will push all of the air out, and then secondly, it will freeze really fast, so it will also thaw really fast. So you can just slip your bags into here. I probably do like 3 or 4 of them in here, and then I'll just freeze them and just pull one out. You can let it sit out for a little bit and it will be ready to serve. This is a great way to take advantage of produce when it's on sale. And because this takes a little bit of time with so many ingredients, freezing it ahead means you're gonna be able to just pull it out for your family's taco night. I hope you'll give it a try.